My essay is called Love and League. Alex is a freshman at Cloverleaf High School, and I am only in 8th grade at Cloverleaf Middle School. He is the definition of perfect, and every girl knows it. He is in all honors classes, honors bands, and even sings in the swing choir, which only the elite sing in. He plays the baritone, and I play the flute. He also plays football, baseball, soccer, and competes on the track team. He is not just an athlete, genius, and talented musician. He also has the looks and the personality. His umber hair matches his eyes, and his dimples make it impossible to look away. I am nothing special to look at, but I do have a good heart. David Moore says, "Selflessness is sexy. It is reported that helping behavior increases desirability of men and women as long-term sexual partners." I only have that one good thing going for me. I am the average depressed teen. I hate myself. Most people dislike me. I get bullied for my weight. They're right, I'm a fat whale. I cry more often than not, but I never do it for attention. If I wanted attention, I will cut my wrists instead of my hips. The only attention I want is Alex's. Even though I know that Alex is incredibly out of my league, I cannot stop fantasizing over him. Surprisingly, we become friends despite how unpopular and below average I am. Since we have been friends for long enough that he feels comfortable referring to me as his sister, I decide to ask him to sit with me for the trip we are going to be taking with the rest of the marching band. I text him and wait for his response. I feel dizzy and sick, and my nerves are so shaken by the anticipation that my eyes well up with tears. I finally see his name light up my phone. He agrees to be my seat buddy for the 24-hour trip from the oh-so-bland and boring Ohio to Florida's magical Disney World. We are going to march in the big Disney parade because our band is so talented. I jump up and squeal with excitement, even though my body is still shaking in fear that he will reject me. Waiting for the reply had been hell, but his answer is worth it. Tomorrow is the trip, and Alex and I are sitting in the band hallway together. Big green lockers are lined up side by side in front of us. Gray tile is beneath us, and flaky white plaster is behind us. We are so close that I am leaning on him and resting my head on him. Kirsten Jenkins asks if he and I are dating. She used to be fat, but now she is skinny. I hate it because she is prettier than me, and I wish she could be fat again. She is also best friends with Alex's thin blonde ex-girlfriend, which makes her my enemy. I automatically jump to protest against the thought that he and I could be anything more than siblings, despite how badly I wish we could be more. I protect my heart from having to hear him say that we are just friends. It becomes too real and painful when he says things like it. He does not add anything to my protest, so Kirsten leaves us alone. We stand up and hug for a really long time. I can feel people looking at us, but I can feel his arms around me even more. It is the perfect hug. I want to live forever in this hug. I imagine how homey the hug would look if it could be a room. He rubs my back at the same time, and I think I could die this second without a single sorrow. It is undoubtedly every girl's dream hug, and it is my fortunate reality. It is the day we leave for Florida, and I arrive at the school with my luggage. I slouch down against my best friend's locker. She sits next to me, and I look over at her with panic written all over my face. She mirrors my expression, and we both start to cry. We never handle excitement or anxiety well. As more people notice my falling tears, I begin to get the typical, "everything will be okay" remarks. I realize that I am the most nervous to be sitting next to my crush for 24 hours. I am terrified of getting my heart broken, and I keep telling myself to just get over him because he would never love me. Who could? I decide I might try to push him away because it would mean I would not have to face not being good enough for him. I get on the charter bus and sit in my assigned seat next to the window. I expected brown leather seats like regular school buses, but they are cushiony with fabric instead. I am so nervous that I am sick. Tears continue to fall as I keep telling myself that he does not like me and never will. I tell myself that I was dumb for even asking to sit together. We are so young, it is not like we would last anyways. I feel the rush of air as people keep passing me to get to their seats, but I do not turn my head away from the window even though it is too dark to see anything outside. I have thoughts swarming my mind. What if he does not even end up sitting next to me? Mostly everyone is already on the bus when I feel him sit down next to me. I feel a tap on my shoulder. I know it is him, so I do not respond. He does it again, but I stand my ground. Alex murmurs, "Hey, look at me. What's wrong?" I shake my head and shrug as if to say nothing. It kills me not to look at him like he had asked me to. He continues, "Something's wrong. Don't lie. Tell me." When I do not respond, he slips his hand in mine, and all of the plans of pushing him away fell through. My heart races like a hummingbird's wings. It is the first time a guy has ever held my hand. I have to look at my hand to make sure it is real. I look at him to see if he has anything interesting written on his face. He is just playing a game on his Zune. My eyes are so big that they very well could pop out of my head. What does this mean? Why is he holding my hand? I cannot look away while he seems as though nothing is even happening. I figure it must be casual. I tell myself it must just be something people do. I can tell his game is getting difficult to play one-handed, and I offer to give his hand back. He says that he does not want it back, and that he'd rather it stay with mine. My heart flutters, and so many emotions are bubbling up inside me. I expect him to look up and see me going crazy, but he does not. I look around and see my band teacher's blonde buzz-cut head popping just above the seat. I am amused that we also have chaperones sitting behind us. We are practically surrounded with people who do not allow physical contact. This is just my luck. Alex turns off his Zune and puts his arm around me. It feels so perfect, but maybe this is a sibling thing in his mind. He says, "You know you're allowed to lean on me, right?" I say yes, but I do not lean on him for a while because I do not want to seem too eager. I give in. He has a black jacket on from Arrow, and it is surprisingly comfortable against the skin of my cheek. I rest my head on his shoulder, but I slowly move my head to his chest. I like to hear his heartbeat. He retrieves the fleece Steelers pillow so I can lay on that on his lap. I do not want to actually fall asleep, but I am tired. People are sleeping upside down in their seats and in the aisle. I am not a cute sleeper because I drool, snore, and mumble, but I close my eyes to pretend like I am a cute sleeper. His lips meet my forehead. I cannot move. I must be sleeping. There is such a unique sensation, and I am tingling. It is better than the movies and books make it out to be. He sends a jolt of the paralyzing sensations through me again by kissing down the side of my face. His breath is not steady, and I can feel that he is nervous. It only excites me even more. He hesitates for a moment just above my lips. We exchange breath, and I feel like I am going to pass out. I prepare myself for rejection still by chanting in my head that he would never kiss me on the lips. He silences my thoughts immediately when his lips press against mine. I feel safe, comfortable, and passionate. Before I realize what is happening, our mouths are open, and we are kissing. I follow his lead, and it feels so natural and right. The movies and books said there would be fireworks, and I never believed it because everyone told me not to. They say the movies and books build things up to be perfect so that when they actually happen, people are let down. I am not let down even a little. There are fireworks, and they are more beautiful and better than I could have ever imagined. Our first kiss rounds all the bases as our tongues find each other. It is the perfect first kiss. My heart seemingly stops and accelerates at the same time. My friend Kendra asks if we are dating, and people around us tune into the conversation. As I begin to shake my head that we are not dating, Alex answers verbally that we are. I look up at him in shock. The girls around me are visibly upset that he is off the market. I find Kirsten and tell her the news. She acts like she does not care, but she does. Some senior I don't know says that I have nice sex hair and laughs. I feel my hair, and it is definitely knotted and messy. Alex likes me even with messy hair, and he holds me close as if to let the world know that I am his. No one has ever been proud to show me off the way he is. This amazing guy who could have any girl is proud to have the below average me as his girlfriend. We kiss the rest of the way to Disney without getting caught. Part of me thinks that the chaperones see, but they refrain from commenting because they know how depressed I have been. I think they want me to be happy. We arrive at the hotel, and it looks ordinary. I cannot see very well in the dark, and I am only focused on Alex. We say goodnight, and I walk to the hotel room with my friends. I do not talk about Alex or the kissing because I know they would be apathetic. The air is dense with humidity, so the rooms smell musky. I ignore the arguing over beds in the bedroom. I choose the pull-out couch bed in the common area, drop my stuff, and fall asleep as soon as I hit the pillow. Alex swears that I am out of his league, and he claims that he is the lucky one. No matter what, I will always feel the luckiest. In her book, Tahitian Choreographies, Vicky Corona writes, "Life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away." That was the first moment that had truly taken my breath away in both literal and figurative senses. I never wanted it to end. Everything about it was right. His lips were soft and his kisses passionate. It was something I do not think anyone would get to experience like I just had. My first kiss was perfect. He continues to take my breath away again and again. In their article examining the possible functions of kissing in romantic relationships, Raphael Wlodarski and Robin I.M. Dunbar say, kissing aids in the mediation of long-term attachments or pair bonds. After one kiss, Alex and I were hooked on each other just like we are 5 years later.